think this 50th anniversary just makes us pause a bit, look back on the firm we were, look at the firm we are, and of course, think about the firm that we all want to be. So yes, it's a time for reflection of how we have evolved as a firm.
I came to Nigeria on holidays in 1972. I saw the devastation, the poverty. So I went back and said, I'll try as much as possible and help out. I worked in the city of London with Neville Russell and company chartered accountants from 1970 to 1973, and came back to Nigeria to work for Pitt Mawick, Castleton, Elliott. So I was given an audit to do in Ikeja. At the conclusion of the audit, the chairman of the company called me and wanted to find out from me whether I had a plan to set up my practice. Because one, he enjoyed my relationship with his workers. Two, I was the first Nigerian to come to work before him. Three, I was the first Nigerian who had never asked him money for lunch, the first auditor. So for that reason, if I had an intention of establishing my practice, that he will make his company available to me. At that time, they had just done a promotion, and Mr. Okechukwu was given the post of a supervising senior, and others were promoted as assistant managers. So I told him, look, my letter of resignation will expire at the end of August. Is it possible for you, if we form this company, for you to hold forth, for us to take up this position? He immediately agreed, and we incorporated our company in June, 27th June, 1975. Our company had the blessings of God right from day one. Our company had been extremely lucky. We did not suffer. We were given opportunities which other people don't have. And we grew in leaps and bounds within a very few years, to such an extent that we were called China auditors. People from Hong Kong, China, Kano, Port Harcourt came to look for us because we delivered on our promises and on time. We were technically competent. We were equally human in our approach. Our partnership lasted more than 30 years. Okechukwu resigned because he was ill and said he didn't have any successor and that I should buy him up. So I bought him up. The change came about because I had wanted it to be a true representation of what the practice was about. Okechukwu had been bought off. There was no point carrying his name. And my son joined us, so I thought it was better to change to Ojike Partners to reflect the actual change in our partnership. And then I was succeeded by my son, who, as you all know, has taken the company to another level.
I remember when he started to call me regularly to ask me, okay, what's my decision? And if my decision was yes, when am I coming? So in that way, I felt, yes, he was getting to the end of his career. So day one, I came in on the 1st of July, 2011, and I think as early as that day, I started to think about the changes. So computerization, having proper book of business, systems for clients, systems for timekeeping, etc. So I started making changes as early as day one. Of course, it was challenging, coming from a larger firm to an indigenous firm was challenging because it was a new set of rules that I had to understand and try to tweak to ensure that the vision is met. So I think the first step was to have a team debrief. I met the existing team, met the existing leaders in the firm. I gave them my own vision, my own plan, and steps that I felt were required to take us to that next level. And of course, you have to make them feel part of the change. So you assign roles, you assign responsibilities, and you make them feel that they were contributing something to the change. And that's how it was accepted.
There was this buzz around, people. I had the sense that people really people were focused, but they were also willing to invest time and energy into wanting to grow you, right, to develop you, what you have. And that for me really stood out as one of the reasons why I said, no, I really want to be part of this, a culture where people have that warmth with a unique blend of professionalism to try to create something.
Been with Mazars for 25 years, and actually started as a trainee, then in the old firm. Everything is combined together. Taxation, accounting, and auditing. The period I joined the firm was a smaller organization compared to where we are presently now. The most interesting thing to me when I joined then, and I just feel I'm in the right place, is the leadership skills of the partners. They were more or less like father to us.
When I started out, we had this huge filing room down on the down floor. That's the 5th floor. And the room was so huge. You had rows and rows and cabinets of files. And so before you were to go to service a client, you have to take a lot of these files to the client side to be able to refer to probably past incident, transaction that had occurred in the past.
It was paperwork, but it was paperwork that we could defend at any time. And that was why when Webber came in, because of where he was coming from, we were about 9 of us from that era. And he said, before I work with you guys, you have to go and get a laptop. It was an instruction. How you are going to get your laptop, you can come and take a loan. My first laptop is still with me.
That filing room no longer exists, except to house all the files. Most of all our client documentation have been transferred, electronically. So we have, an EDMS that houses all of our clients' documents. We are also able to serve our clients wherever they are. With a click of a button, we could access, transactions or recall information from the past to be able to service them. It's been a huge transformation.
When we were a local firm, as you're aware, we started as Ojike Okechukwu Co. In 2016, we tweaked the name to Ojike and Partners, so started our modernization drive, and then we got a prospect, a large energy client or energy prospect then.
The most enticing aspect of that responsibility was our attitude, our tenacity to that assignment. Because we know that this is a responsibility that others have rejected. We produced financial statement 9 times.
I remember I was having a meeting, sitting, discussing the clients, discussing the resources that we had internally. Then that was a very busy season for us, and we had almost all our field dedicated to several other clients' portfolio. But at the same time, we really wanted to be part of this client's growth journey.
1:45 a.m. They will say, "Are you guys okay? Can you still deliver today?"
It took sleepless nights. It took a lot of investments in resources. It took a lot of brainstorming. It took a whole lot. And then also leveraging on the strength of our partnership globally, leveraging on the resources, leveraging on the experts that we had, what we delivered, and the client was quite impressed, very impressed. It is that promise to our clients to deliver an unmatched experience. You basically deliver on your promise. And when you know that you have made a promise and you're saying, put me before any other, you can put your trust in me, you have to be able to follow through, come when comes on.
You want to be or act as a business partner to a client, not just the auditor, not just a tax consultant, not just an advisory partner, but a business partner.
And I was happy. I was happy because I was part of that team. And looking back, thinking about all the experience that came with that particular scenario, I think it was all worth it. And it made me feel like I could achieve anything, with the right people, with the right team, with the right tools.
I have known Ohabia since 2015. At the time, I was working for Adax Petroleum. The opportunity came up actually for us to change our auditors. At the time, also, Nigeria was very hot on local content. So I was very keen on actually hiring a local firm in Nigeria, local audit firm in Nigeria. Now, obviously, I didn't know which audit firms were there, so I contacted one of my very good friends, well respected in the industry, in the audit world, and he mentioned that he knew of an upcoming company called Ojike and Partners, and needless to say, he put me in touch with Ohabia. Ohabia came in and presented the case for Ojike and Partners to take over our audit. I was very impressed. And so since 2015, they commenced the audit of Adax Petroleum. Beijing, holding company, they were very impressed with his work. And the auditors in Beijing, the management in Beijing also were instrumental in Ojike and Partners merging or combining with Mazars.
And that's the beginning of our Mazar adventure, because one thing led to another, and there were 2 or 3 Mazar partners in Lagos, having a chat with us, getting to know about the organization, and it took 6 months, and we joined Integrated Partnership in December of 2018. When Mazar came calling in 2018, and I remember coming here,
Yes.
and telling you how we got there and my own plans and vision. You've always known that one of my first actions was to make us go international, and this was a huge opportunity. So first of all, how did you feel when I told you about it? And was your association with Neville Russell a sweetener?
Yes, actually, I was very happy for it because people in Neville Russell respected me a lot. And they had told me previously that they have had a business combination with Mazars. And I was happy that Mazars was coming to Nigeria. And we were going to be their business partner, so to speak. You know, I still maintain a relationship with all those people in Nevoroso.
So we're building a firm that we want to be sustainable, want it to be data-driven, and has quality at the forefront. I mean, employees are the best assets, are prized assets, so we need to treat them right. And we felt that people become the best version of themselves when they operate in a serene environment, when they operate in an environment where they are not afraid to speak, when they operate in an environment where their views are heard, when they operate in an environment where they are given tasks that challenge them to their very bones. So it's an open door culture. It's a first name basis culture. We just feel that it empowers people more to be their very best. And to be fair, also when we joined Mazars, we found out that was the culture in Mazars. People were open, friendly, warm.
I would say that the highlight of my accomplishment would be obviously being a partner, the first female partner at Forvis Mazars here. As a firm, I would say it's the integration of Mazars coming together to see Ojike and partners evolve into Mazars and subsequently into Forvis Mazars. I think for me that was a big accomplishment because I was part of the process. I was able to lend my voice. I was able to see the firm, you know, become part of a big international, play within that international space.
We needed to increase our size and scale in the US because if you're not of a certain size in the US, you can't command that level of respect required in professional services industry. So we had this partnership with Forvis, and we formed a very unique two-firm network. And that has brought gains in all fronts. So we're now over 40,000 people. We serve the US coast to coast, over $5 billion worth of revenues globally, and positions us as a very, very formidable and top player in the professional services space.
I would always encourage you to expand because I believe in expansion. So okay. I am always pleased to see you progress. I see the firm grow. And it's always my wish that the process will continue forever and ever until you become number one in Nigeria.
Well, we have key values. We have values of responsibility, technical excellence, etc. But for me, the most important, or a very important value, is stewardship. And stewardship means that the partners and the leaders in the firm are building the firm so that they can transmit or transfer to the next generation of leaders. And that tells its whole story. We started 50 years ago. This is our 50th anniversary. I'm not yet 50, but we can see that there has been a generational change. So I would say the essence is twofold. One, creating an organization that we can move to or pass to the next generation. That is one. Ensuring we have a pipeline of talent so that they're able to deliver what we call an unmatched client experience for our clients.
Experiencing Forvis Mazars at 50 is truly inspiring. Celebration of 5 decades of integrity, innovation, and impact, reminding us that excellence is not just a goal, it's a legacy.
I'm grateful that Forvis Mazars is turning 50 because it shows that a lot of hard work has paid off. It shows that, okay, even though it was a small idea at first, right, to put in the belief and to actually be consistent and be committed to it, right? So that's actually what we're celebrating today.
It's a very rare privilege to be part of a global firm that is turning 50. And also a firm that has been able to provide solutions to different client problems.
As much as we're looking back to see our achievements, we should be more focused on the future ahead. Yes, if not for anything, we need to make this better than what it used to be. And this is not a one-person job. This is not a top management job. It is the work of everybody.
To feel like I'm part of a dream, one man's dream, a group of people's dream, and today look at what this dream has become, right? It has impacted so many lives, created opportunities for so many people. People have been able to see themselves through lenses that they did not believe was possible.
Happy 50th anniversary to my amazing superstars. You're wonderful. You've been part of this journey, and I celebrate you.
We are the balance in the world that sways. We are the audit in uncertain days. We are the strategy when the vision blurs. We are Forvis Mazars, and this moment is ours.